Hello there. I'm going to try to make a short video today with sincerity for this author, A.L. Snijders. Night Train. Very short stories translated by Lydia Davis. Almost every single story is one page. I wouldn't describe them so much as stories, more they're little snapshots of what the author is seeing or thinking. He lives in a house in the countryside and he has some livestock. He's got some pigs and some geese and some chickens.
Look at all those chickens!
There are a lot of stories about chickens and these very brief snippets of humanity. And because they're so short, let me read you one. This is called The Question. When I am doing my grocery shopping at 4 p.m. in the supermarket by the harbor basin, I meet the Chinese man there. I have known him for 9 years. I have never met him anywhere else but in this supermarket and never at any other time of the day than 4 o'clock. He has a twin brother who owns a large import-export firm in Singapore. He is so rich that he has his own airplane. The brothers look very much alike. Both embarked on the same projects with the same results. When they were 16 years old, they wanted to write a magnificent poem, but that didn't work out. They had no poet's blood in them. Then they tried hiking. They bought the official hiking costume and prepared to follow the course of the Yellow River. After 2 weeks, they met a hermit who predicted that this walking trip would fail because they were not wearing the right outfits. They gave up on their journey and decided to attempt one more project. They planted a large garden. In the beginning it went well, but they were not able to sustain it. They weren't strong enough to plow. They were 25 years old and decided to go their separate ways. One went off to Singapore, where he became so rich that by the time he was 40, he owned his own airplane. The other one went to the Netherlands, where he became, in his own words, expert at daily living. They were now 75 years old and still in regular touch with each other. I asked the Dutch Chinese man which life was now a success. He answered that they did not ask each other such questions, because if you don't pose the question, you also don't have to give an answer. The stories often begin with, I was looking out the window at one of my dogs, or I had to go to Amsterdam to do a reading, or like a lot of the time it's, I was driving my car, I was riding my bicycle. These are very brief pictures of what the author has in mind that day. A.L. Snijders sadly just died just before this was published. A.L. Snijders, from 1937 to 2021, a world master of short fiction, the great Dutch writer A.L. Snijders invented a term for his miniature tales, ZKVs, Zeer Korte Verhalen. Very short stories. If you're in the mood for something very, very light, if you would like to have something to put into your bag when you are taking the public transportation, this is ideal. I could read a short story while I was brushing my teeth. I could read a short story while I was standing on the platform. I could read several of them while I was on the bus from New Westminster to Surrey. Nice, sharp, fresh. There's something in there. There's something like, I don't know how you feel, but when I eat an avocado, and I'm stuck with the seed, this beautiful oval ball, I always want to keep it because it just seems to be so pregnant. This little avocado essence, it seems almost a crime to throw it away. You know that it is holding life. Now, this is not my usual kind of a thing because it's not. It's not my taste, really. My criticism of this book is that sometimes I get the feeling that it is writing for the modern generation of people with very short attention spans. It was something fun to read. It was something very easy to read. It's something which maybe it will give you something. I'm not sure. I didn't find it particularly deep. He has a way with words, or perhaps his translator has a way with words and he just got amazingly lucky with a translator so talented as Lydia Davis. It's a little bit hard for me to speak fondly of this because it's a little bit like candy. You eat a piece, it's nice. You eat another piece, it's nice. You eat another piece, and it's like, okay, I think that's enough candy for today. I don't love it, but I think it is what I said. I think if you're someone who takes the public transportation and you don't really have a lot of time for reading as much as you might like to, and you just want to dip in and jump out, here's the book for you. Perhaps if you have some Dutch blood and you want to get a little feeling of what life may be like. It's funny sometimes is that I forget about Amsterdam, and then occasionally he's writing about Amsterdam, and he's talking about some of the prostitution. Not often, but occasionally he'll mention about a man who kept a girl in a window, and it takes me by surprise. Like, what does he mean, a girl? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, whoa, really? You get that little secret connection to the strange world of what life must be like to live in Amsterdam. He was a long-time resident of that strange city. Okay, want to show you something modern, want to show you something, quite easy. Like if you're not a huge lover of literature, but you just want to have a book in your hand that you can read at a moment's notice and that doesn't ask for hardly any commitment. Like, these are 3 and 4 minute short stories. That is as much of your life as it demands for you. And if that's all you can give to literature, then here is the book for you. Okay, this is Grant Loves Books. My name is Grant. If you would like to buy the book, I'll provide a link on Amazon, because I think this one might be a little bit hard to find. You might have to order it. Maybe I should have done a better job selling it. If you would like to support my YouTube channel, Grant Loves Books, there is a link below to my Patreon page. Every week I'm writing a personal letter describing what's going on in my life that's full of gossip and salacious details. Not really salacious, more just the nonsense and petty bullshit that a middle-aged person has to deal with. Although I am at university right now as a student, so I do have some odd experiences for someone my age. And you get to see the videos a little bit earlier than anybody else. If you could support the channel, that would really mean a lot to me. Trust me, I could do with the money. I am poor. If you're in desperate situation yourself and you want to support the show, just subscribing to the channel and leaving a like, that helps a lot. And it's totally free, so that is a wonderful thing you could do to help my life at no additional costs. Thank you for watching. Take care.